The National Electrical Code, specifically Section 700.12c, addresses defeat mechanisms on disconnecting means for emergency systems. This section states that defeat mechanisms shall not be installed on switches or circuit breakers used as the disconnecting means for equipment described in 700.11. This requirement aims to ensure the reliability and safety of emergency systems by preventing unauthorized or accidental disabling of the disconnecting means. UL 508, the standard for industrial control equipment, also addresses defeat mechanisms in Section 27.87(1) general, which says defeat mechanisms shall not be provided on switches or circuit breakers used as the disconnecting means for equipment described in 700.11 of the National Electrical Code. This standard reinforces the NEC requirement, reflecting the importance of preventing defeat mechanisms on disconnecting means for essential equipment. Section 27.87(2) special consideration describes that circuit breakers provided with lockout/tagout means in accordance with 27.123 shall be considered to meet the requirements of 27.87(1). The reason for these restrictions is to maintain the integrity of emergency systems. Emergency systems are designed to provide power and essential functions during power outages or other emergencies. A defeat mechanism on the disconnecting means could allow someone to disable the emergency system, potentially jeopardizing safety and essential operations. The NEC Section 700.11 outlines the specific equipment that requires an emergency system. It includes things like emergency lighting, fire pumps, ventilation systems, and other equipment critical for life safety and emergency response. Because these systems are so important, the code prohibits defeat mechanisms on their disconnecting means. The UL 508 standard reinforces this by applying the same restriction to industrial control equipment used in emergency systems. These requirements apply to various types of safety and disconnect switches, including fused and non-fused switches typically rated for 30 amps, 60 amps, or 100 amps, and for voltages ranging from 240 volts to 600 volts. The restriction on defeat mechanisms applies regardless of the specific rating of the switch, as long as it's used as the disconnecting means for equipment covered by NEC 700.11. There is, however, an exception for circuit breakers that are equipped with lockout/tagout mechanisms. Lockout/tagout procedures are designed to ensure that equipment is de-energized and cannot be accidentally re-energized during maintenance or repair. If a circuit breaker has a lockout/tagout mechanism that complies with UL 508 Section 27.123, it is considered to meet the requirements of Section 27.87(1), even if it could technically be opened while in the on position. This is because the lockout/tagout mechanism provides a way to positively prevent the circuit breaker from being re-energized, mitigating the risk of accidental energization. To ensure compliance with these requirements, it's important to carefully select safety and disconnect switches that do not have defeat mechanisms, especially when they will be used as the disconnecting means for equipment covered by NEC 700.11. If using circuit breakers, verify that they have lockout/tagout mechanisms that comply with UL 508 Section 27.123. Regularly inspect and maintain safety switches and circuit breakers to ensure that they are functioning properly and that any lockout/tagout mechanisms are in good working order. This includes verifying that the switches and circuit breakers are properly labeled and that authorized personnel are trained in lockout/tagout procedures. Understanding and adhering to these code requirements is crucial for maintaining the safety and reliability of electrical systems, particularly emergency systems. By preventing the use of defeat mechanisms on disconnecting means, these codes help to ensure that essential equipment remains operational during emergencies, protecting lives and property.